Wow. Beautiful morning, beautiful evening. Night economy is here today. How you guys doing? How are you? How are you doing today? It's good to be here again. Let's come live. Let's come live. Let's come live. Who is there? Who is there? Hope you enjoy the break. For the people in Lagos and Nigeria, Monday happened to be a public holiday. How are you? How you doing today? How's it been? Let's start coming live. Let's start coming live. Let's start coming live. Let's have this beautiful moment today. Yo, it's so good to have you, Mr. Ifeoluwa. It's so good to have you here. What a beautiful night. What a beautiful night. What a beautiful night. What a beautiful night. You know, if you notice that couple of people find it difficult. Why is it that some people find it difficult to make money? And why is it that some people just feel it is difficult to make money? So, by the way, the society wired us and even use different words on us, like hard-earned money. So why is it that, once upon a time in your life, making a millionaire, it's like a miracle. And suddenly today, it's like a piece of cake. Once upon a time, making 10 million naira, it's like a miracle in a month. And to some people today, it's like a piece of cake. Why is it that making a billion naira is like it's like forever? And now why is it that some people, suddenly, they could make that money? What has changed? They're still the same person with the same physique, with the same face, with the same everything. But then what has really changed? What really changed your life? And like someone said, if you have to change your life, you have to change your life. And so what is it about your life that you have to change and that needs to make things happen? So tonight we're here again. This is Night Economy. This is Night Economy, where we learn how to build our own economy. Things we need to do to be able to build our own economy to change our lives. All right. So let me know how many people are getting here tonight. This is a Night Economy. I think this is the 8th day Night Economy. First and foremost, we're going this route for 12 first days. We're going to have it back to back, and we have had, this night is going to be like the 8th series that we have done. So if you have not watched some of the videos, we have had fantastic moments. We have had fantastic videos. And if you have not watched any, go back to my page and watch the video. And when you watch the video, if the video blesses you, tag your friends, 5, 10, 20 of your friends, and share the video at 10, 20 times and let more people see the video. All right. So we are here today. Let's have a good time. It's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful day. The month of October have started. If I'm not mistaken, today should be the second day. Yeah, today is the second day of October. It has started. We're in the last quarter. We're in the last quarter of the year 2023. What an amazing time. In the midst of the challenges, the difficulties, the opportunities, I think we need to spend some time to also begin to count our blessings. Because most of us, we discount our blessings and optimize our burdens. But I think it's high time we begin to count our blessings and discount our burdens. And also to realize that even in the burden, if you can send a total blessing to the burden, we'll realize that the burden have an asset and have a blessing for us. A beautiful night today. A beautiful night. Come join us. If you believe that a few of your friends that need to work this, tag them. 10 friends, tag them. 10, 20 friends of yours. Mention their name in the comment section and let them so that they can see this video. Just mention their name in the comment section. Share this video 5 or 10 times. Let more people have access to this video. It's going to do a lot of good. All right. It's going to do a lot of good. And there was a promise I made, and we are almost reaching the promise. I said if I could reach 5,000 people following this page, it's supposed to be ending tonight. I'm going to do a live class on how to make 1 million naira predictably every 30 days. No matter where you are right now, I can show you how to do that. The skill that you need to develop to be able to make that happen. Damilola, it's good to have you here tonight. It's so wonderful to have you joining us at the Night Economy today. All right, so one of the things I decided to do about the Night Economy is to come a little bit more earlier, 11:30, and then we can hand it off around 12:30 or maximally 1 o'clock. All right, so Damilola, if you have friends of yours that you believe would gladly learn from what we're sharing today. Tonight, I am focusing on the 3 assumptions that causes people to be broke and poor. And a lot of people are committing this mistake, these assumptions, these costly assumptions every single day, in their business, in their career, in their life, and it's costing them money. It's keeping them broke. It's keeping them poor. So if you know 10, 20 of your friends tonight, Damilola, that think should be here, mention their name in the comment section. Mention their name so that they can see the video. All right, mention their name so that they can see the video, and help share the video 5, 10 times. All right, help share this video 5, 10 times. Share the video again and again. Help share this video 5, 10 times so that more people can see it. And why do I want them to see it? So that we can help them. You know, one of the guys that attended the class about 4 days ago, it was in the class and I was sharing with them about how to sell. And I was sharing with them about profitable enterprise. Emeka, it's good to have you here again today. It's a beautiful night. It's good to have you here again today. And one of the things that we have to do tonight is, Emeka, if there are friends of yours that you know that need to see this video, put their name in the comment. 10, 20 of your friends, put your name in the comment so that they can see this video. And endeavor to help us share this video tonight 5 to 10 times. Share the video, share the video, share the video. The more you share the video, the more people can see this video and the more lives we can touch. All right, so let us do that and let us make that happen. All right, let us do that. Let us make that happen. Put the names of your friends in the comment section so that more of them can see. 10 friends, 20 friends, put their name in the comment section, list their names there. They're going to see this video. And I really appreciate we doing that. And then share this video as 5, 10 times. All right. Share this video about 5 to 10 times so that more people can see this video. All right. So one of the persons that listen, just like Emeka listened to me and he listened to one of the videos when we're talking about, you know, one of the quadrants of profit. And I was speaking and he picked up this word about your profitable enterprise, then you have a merchandise. And he took this thing and he put them into practice. And guess what happened to him? Boom. He made money the next day. And he picked another one when I was sharing about real estate and the mistakes that people make. The 6 mistakes that people make in real estate. He picked it up again and went to share with people, and people fall in love with his idea. Another person was in a class and we're talking about sales, and the man took in the morning. He decided to apply what he heard at night, and that same day they made a sales of 2.5 million. Several other testimonials have been coming and people's life has been changing. And so what do we want to do? We want to help more people. So tag 5, 10, 20 of your friends. List their name in the comment section so that they can see this video and help us to share this video about 5 to 10 times. We would like more people to be helped because we need to help more people. All right. You see, people cannot fix their problem if they don't know what to do about fixing their problem. So if people don't know what to do about fixing their problem, they become the victim of their own problem. I don't want your people in your life to become the victim of their problem. So that's why one of the best things you can do for them today is to show them the way so that when they learn the way, they can make their own ways. So, ladies and gentlemen, endeavor to share this video. I'm honored to have you guys around today. Damilola, it's good to have you here. Ifeoluwa, it's good to have you here. Thank you. And so more people that will be joining us today. All right, so Tonight, I said I'm going to be sharing with you the lessons tonight is the three assumptions that people make that cost them, that make them broke. Three assumptions that keep people broke. You know, these assumptions keep them broke. Oh, thank you, Emeka, for making the list. I really appreciate this. It is awesome. It's awesome listing your friends and let them know that tonight this is what you need to learn. I really appreciate you, Emeka, for doing this. You're one of the heroes tonight. Thank you for that. You're one of my heroes tonight. You know, you're one of my heroes tonight because you're an hero because you want other people to be free. And, you know, so one of the things you can do for other people is to show them the pathway to freedom. All right. So, and that's what I'm doing for you. All right. I'm not asking you for money. I'm just sharing my wisdom with you so that you can use the wisdom to make money. Because you see, one of the problems of life is that today, what took me maybe the first 28 years, the first 30 years of my life to figure out. When I was 27 years old, I began to learn, 25 years old, I began to take wisdom more seriously. I began to take knowledge more seriously. Knowledge. My people perish for lack of knowledge. My people are broke for lack of knowledge. My people are impoverished for lack of knowledge. All right, so what took me that long to learn? When I was 25, I was sick and tired of being broke. I began to have knowledge, accumulation of truth. And then I began to seek understanding, assimilation of that truth. And by combination of those two things, and start applying it. By the time I was 27 and a half, I was able to make $1 million. How did I do that? Because wisdom does not come alone. You always come with gifts. And one of the gifts of wisdom to you is riches, and durable riches, lasting riches. So what that means to you, the moment you have knowledge, a man of knowledge increases in strength. Wisdom make a man strong. So what happened is this: he that faint in the days of adversity, his strength is small. Now what does strength mean? Strength means knowledge. In other words, the knowledge that you have is what makes you to become an alchemist or economic alchemist in your own life. What does that mean? It means you can transform adversity to opportunities because of the knowledge that you have. Because in every fall there is hope. In every hope there is down. In every down there is hope. It is the knowledge that you have that can make you turn things around. So, insight is what changes your season. So you must make insight your priority in life. And as you make insight your priority in life, you realize that your season will change per time. So people are obsessed about money, and then they end up not having it. But if you can choose to be obsessed about wisdom, guess what happened? Money will be at your beck and call. Because if you see the right knowledge is truth. You seek the truth. You understand the truth. You assimilate the truth. And you apply the truth. Accumulate the truth. If you do that, Damilola, I really appreciate you for doing this. You are my hero tonight. You know, you're my hero tonight. And it's so awesome. Because you see, what we share expand. What we share expand. If you can share the knowledge of truth, the economic truth, if you can begin to share the knowledge of how people can change their own lives, you realize that, see, let me tell you one thing. Some politicians have made poverty a weapon. And I'm not necessarily saying all politicians, but some politicians have made poverty a weapon. And the truth is, the only way people can be delivered from poverty is to first be delivered from the poverty of their mind. And that means to be delivered from the poverty of their mind, your mind have to be filled. You see, most people have favorite restaurant. They do not have favorite altar. Most people does not respect wisdom. And you see, if you don't respect wisdom, wisdom cannot help you. Wisdom is looking for you. It want to help you. So you're one of my heroes tonight, Damilola and Yodele. I really appreciate you for collecting this to your friends. And one of the things I would like us to do tonight, again, I haven't done this, is to share this video as 5 to 10 times. Share this video, like this video, share it about 5 to 10 times. List your friends, let them join us. You know, because the truth is, this is how we can change lives. 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 All right. So the moment we can come into this understanding, the moment we can come into this truth, the moment people begin to see the well, because he that work in darkness will stumble. What is darkness? Darkness is ignorance. What is stumbling? Stumbling is being broke. All right. Ola Isaac, it's good to have you here tonight. It's so beautiful. One of the things I'm asking people to do for me, my guy, Ola Isaac, is that people you put on the comment about 10 to 20 people that you believe should join us tonight. Put it on the comment section and list them on the comment section for me, and so that they can join, they can see this video, they can they can follow us through. And secondly is to share this video tonight. I'm asking you, I'm seeking for the favor. Share this video about 5 to 10 times. Share this video so that more people can see it. All right. So what happened is the knowledge is what most people don't seek. Now, the truth, because knowledge is truth. So accumulation of truth. So the right truth. You begin to seek the truth. Begin to seek the truth about your knowledge. So if you're broke, you need the truth about wealth. You begin to accumulate the truth. If you find it difficult to sell, you need the truth about persuasion. So the last time I checked. So let me share this video 5 to 10 times. One time is not enough, my brother. You share this video again and again and again. At least I need everyone here. I'm asking you to share this video tonight about 5 times. Okay, so share this video again and again and again. So this is what happened. I began to accumulate. When I want to learn how to sell, when I discover that selling is a thing, so I started reading. If you come into my library today, I have more than 500, I think about 800 books on sales. 800 books on sales. Some books you have never seen before in your life. All right, so the point is, I was accumulating the knowledge. I was assimilating the knowledge. And guess what happened to me? My world changed. What took me 10 years, 20 years, 27 years of my life not to have a clue of, I made it in less than 11 months of my life. What does that mean? Knowledge has a multiplier's effect. So knowledge is accumulation of truth. Mr. Deye, you're one of my heroes, man. Thank you very much for sharing for connecting your friends tonight. Let them see this video so that we can help as many people as possible. You see, knowledge changed my life. Come on. You see, let me tell you something. Ola Isaac, I've been to my house before, and he has been to my library before. My library is not that big, but my library is not that small either. And the truth of the matter is, I am obsessed with wisdom. I love wisdom. Wisdom about life, wisdom about truth about spirituality. If you get to my study, books on spiritualities are there. Spiritual books are there in troves. Isaac can be a witness to that. Alex Yenacho have been to my library. A couple of my guys have been to my library. People hardly enter my library, but I've taken them there. But this is what happened. I didn't start that yesterday. I've been consistently doing this for the past 22 years. I've been doing this. Did I say 22 years? About 23 years now. I've been consistently learning. I am obsessed with wisdom. I am obsessed. Because wisdom is application of truth. What took me 27 years, I made it in less than 11 months. What happened is that I am obsessed with the truth. Application of the truth. All right? Because you see, your challenges in life reveals where you need wisdom. Your challenges in life reveals where you need wisdom. Wisdom does not work alone. When wisdom comes to you, it comes with gifts. One of the gifts of wisdom is longevity. One of the gifts of wisdom is relevance. One of the gifts of wisdom is fortune. One of the gifts of wisdom is fame. Do you want to be known? Seek wisdom. Don't just seek wisdom to be known. Seek wisdom for wisdom's sake. The moment you seek the right wisdom, your life cannot be a boredom. All right? So what happened is your life is exciting. You are not just well known. So let me tell you, wisdom will not just make you to be well known. Wisdom will make you to be worth knowing. Do you get what I just said? Wisdom will not just make you to be well known. Wisdom will make you to be worth knowing. Wisdom will not make you to stand interesting. Wisdom will make your hearing you to be quite interesting. So people want to know you. So wisdom comes with a lot of gifts. Wisdom is the principal thing in life. So one of the ways to get wisdom, you can't have wisdom without truth. So one of the ways to get wisdom is that you must learn, you must read, you must study. Don't just read, study, pick lessons, create frameworks, and then begin to apply. Because wisdom is action. You can say you are wise. Wisdom comes with fruit. So wisdom is known by its fruit. What is fruit? Fruit is a result. So don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to tell your friends to follow us. 5, 10, 20 friends of yours, connect them to this video. Because you see, let me tell you something. When I was 26 years old, I was facing a particular challenge. The challenge was relationship-wise, and it's almost disrupting my life. And then I live in a place in Lagos called Okpebi, and I was in my room that day. And I have this amazing book that I bought. And I was on my bed, and I lied down on my bed, and I started reading the book. It was like a deliverance, right? It was like a deliverance. It was like a deliverance. When I was 24 years old, I read a book called Money Love. And the book was written by a man called Jerry Gillens. Money Love. I don't know if you have seen the book, but you guys give me 1 minute. I want to show you books. Yes, I'm back. Sorry. So I want to show you this book. So this is the book. It's called Money Love, right? Written by Jerry Gillens. It's written by Jerry Gillens, right? I read this book. The first time I read this book, I was 23 years old, right? I was 23 years old the first time I read this book. Yes, I wanted to see what year this book was written. The first time this book was written in 1940. It is very quite interesting. The first time this book was written in 1940. And the second time this book was published in 1978. By the way, I was not born that time. It was written in 1978. The title of the book is called Money Love. He said this book exposed my mind into a strategy the book that was written in 1978. The first copy I had of the book was a paper cover. So I bought the book, I read it again and again and again, and somebody picked it up in my library at the time, and I never saw the book again. It was very painful. But life connects me again. I got the book again. It's called The Money Guinness. It's called The Money Love. Money Love by Jerry Guinness. You can see it. Jerry Guinness. All right, this is an hardcover copy. And so I bought this book, and I began to thank you all, Isaac. I'm back. So I bought this book and I read it. I was, you can see the title, you can see the topics, you can see what the topic says. Chapter 1 said, do you really want to be rich? Chapter 2 said, walk love. Chapter 3 said, the money goes round and round. Chapter 4 talk about prosperity banking. Chapter 5 spoke about prosperity investing. Chapter 6 spoke about keeping afloat till your chip comes in. Guess what happened? I read this book again and again. I was 23. I was 22 when I read the book. Within 3 months of reading this book and practicing this book, as a 23-year-old guy, I made my first 1 million naira, okay, at the time. I made my first 1 million naira because this book showed me what to do to make a million naira. and then I practice it. Today, I've developed more sophisticated patterns in making $1 million a month. Ola Isaac can be a witness to that. All right. So what happened to this is that I got knowledge here. It's called accumulation of knowledge. This other book helped me to break through within my soul. It's called The Energy of Money. All right. I read this book when I was 24, going to 25. The first time I read this book was 24, going to 25. The first copy I read, I could not find it again. I think somebody else took the book. But this one, I got the book again. I read this book several times. It was written by an amazing woman by the name of Maria Nemitz. Solid woman, very powerful book. Energy of Money. In the last 15 years of my life, I must have read more than 1,500 books on money. All right. Some does not make sense. Some make a whole lot of sense. In my study, you will see a lot of that. Why am I saying all this to you? I'm not showing you anything to impress you. I just want to impress something on you, that knowledge is accumulation of truth. All right. It's hard work to study. All right. It's hard work to change your mind. But if you travel within, you cannot stand still without. So accumulation of truth. The first thing is to accumulate the truth. Then you assimilate the truth. That's what you call understanding. And then you apply the truth. That's what you call wisdom. Wisdom is acting on the truth. Wisdom is acting on the truth. Applying the truth is the killer app. So most people, they accumulate the truth, and that is where they earned. Because you see, accumulating the truth, for the fact that I read this book when I was 23 years old, does not mean that I learned how to make $1 million. The man wrote in the book how you can make $1 million. All right. One of the chapters of the book talks about how you can make $1 million. It shows a simple model. The book was republished in 1978. Like I told you, I was not born then. It was 4 years after then that I was born. But guess what happened? The book was reading. And accumulation of truth. I read the book again and again. The first copy of this book that I bought it for less than 1,000 naira. All right? And then I read the book. By the way, let me shock you. I bought it on the roadside in a place called Ojuelegba. I was just taking the work. And at that time, as a younger guy, I saw the book at the stand, second-hand book. At that time, the first one I copied, I bought. And I saw it. And I'm fascinated by the title. And I picked the book up. And I started reading the book. I read the book. There's another book in my study there. It's called Money is My Friend. Money is My Friend by Phil Lout. No, I read the book again and again and again. One, remember, it's accumulation of truth. But that's where some people earned. Some people never get to the accumulation of truth. They rather live in the realm of ignorance. They rather live in the name of foolishness, which is the abandoning of the truth. And then I begin to accumulate it. And then I begin to assimilate it. I was assimilating the truth. I was getting understanding. I was knowing what it means to me. I was developing my own lessons. And as I developed my own lessons, I practiced them. Wisdom. And then it works. It works again. It works again. Another book that have literally changed my life and it will forever change my life is the Bible. So I say to people that cares to know that I'm a Bible-blessed bubble. I read the Bible. I assimilate the Bible. And I apply the Bible. My life, it's a proof that Scripture, Bible, is a pattern, it's a principle, guided, tested guidelines for changing your life. From a young person, I begin to apply the truth. So the truth is, it is the truth that sets you free. He said, you shall know the truth. Now, look at what he said. He said, you shall know the truth. That's knowledge. And the truth that you know, that assimilation. Now, you know the truth. And the truth that you know, it's not the same. He said, you know the truth and the truth that you know. So it's not knowing the truth that sets you free. He said, you shall know the truth. And the truth that you know shall set you free. That means that is a body of work. So that is 2 in 1. You will know the truth, and the truth that you do not know as you ought to know. So the truth that you know, so as you begin to assimilate it and begin to practice the truth, you will now know the truth. And that means you will now begin to receive what we call the instruction of wisdom. You now begin to, because you see, that is how people's life change. That is how you open yourself to a new universe. And so that's why today I said, let's share this video with as many people as we can. List the name of your friends in the comment section that you believe we should see this video. 5, 10, 20 of them. Let them see. You are my heroes tonight. Let them see the name, list their name, and they're going to see this video. Just mention their name in the video. And help us to share this video 5 to 10 times. Share this video again and again. You are my heroes tonight. Ola Isaac has done that for me tonight. Emeka has done that for me tonight. And Damilola has done that for me tonight. Adeyeye Feolu has done that for me tonight. They are my heroes, and I'm not taking them for granted. All right? I need you to help more people. And so let's change people's life. Knowledge can change your life. All right? Knowledge can change your life. Knowledge can change your life. I was 19 years old when I saw a book called As a Man Thinketh. As a Man Thinketh from James Harlan. I was 19 years old. I saw the book. I bought the book with all that I got. And I started reading the book. As a Man Thinketh. I read it again and again and again and again and again. Let me tell you. I read the book. I can literally quote the book again and again. And you know what? The truth of that book was assimilated in me. Mark Henry Patrick, my beloved friend, investor, partner, good to have you with me tonight. I'm so honored to have you with me tonight. Do me a favor, 2 favors. I need 2 favors from you tonight. Help me list the name of 10, 20 people that you seek to learn from this tonight. And then let's mention their name in the comments. And then as you do that, help me to share this video about 5 to 10 times so that we can reach more people. I really appreciate that. Those are my heroes tonight, and you're one of them already. Help me to do that. I was 19 and I was reading that book. I was 19 and I was reading that book. I read the book again and again and again. And guess what happened? I would go around and as I had seen a different world. In the external, it wasn't looking as if anything was changing. But one of the lines of the book in As a Man Thinketh that has stayed with me till death. By the way, the book As a Man Thinketh was written about 105 or 106 years ago. That's how funny it was. 106 years ago. 106 years ago. You see, the book was written before Pa Akintola Williams was born. 106 years ago. Wow. That's amazing. So that truth, I begin to accumulate those truths in different areas of my life, concerning my health, concerning my relationship, concerning how to raise children, concerning how to have a beautiful relationship with my wife. I begin to accumulate truth. I begin to learn about wisdom, the truth about raising children. I begin to learn about the truth about how presidents of nations were raised and how people. I begin to learn different truth in different areas of my life. So there is the first stage is called accumulation of truth. And then the second stage is the assimilation of truth. And the third stage is the application of truth. I learned that from a man called Myron Goldings. And that understanding of this model of, accumulation, assimilation, and application was what I was already doing in my life, but I cannot put a word around it. So that is the same thing you need to do to change your life. Everywhere you are facing challenges today reveals where you need wisdom. Wisdom is acting on the truth. It means that for you to act on the truth, you must accumulate the truth. This is what Solomon said. It's one of the things that mark a wise person is that he store up knowledge. What does that mean? Knowledge can be stored? Yes. You see, knowledge is like having water. You cannot go and dig for the water when you are thirsty. You must have the water before you get thirsty. That's what happened. Knowledge does not need you. You need knowledge because truth that you know, you shall know the truth, and the truth that you know shall set you free. So these are the understanding that most people never have in their lives. So knowledge is fundamental. So you start with knowledge. But it does not end there. Because you see, one thing about knowledge is that knowledge can puff you up. Knowledge can puff you. You see, when you don't know enough, you always think you know it all. So knowledge can puff you up. But then when you begin to assimilate knowledge, how does it mean to assimilate knowledge? It means that the word that you know becomes, your word becomes flesh. It means that the word is now yours. So you can read my book, shut up and collect the money. But the point is, when you have read the book, that is accumulation of truth. Then you begin to think on them. You begin to meditate on them. You begin to ask yourself, what does a book mean to me? What this thing that I read? Now that is assimilation. And then you begin to develop lessons on them. And then after you have developed lessons on them, you now begin to act on them. All right? When you act on it and you see the result, that is wisdom. Wisdom is a skill. All right? So you develop the skill to get things done. So people look at you and then people begin to come to you. There you can have a $1 million day. You can have one of my guys a few weeks ago just made 700 million naira in a day from a commission of a transaction. You say, what? What did he just say today? Yes, you heard me, man. 700 freaking million naira is a skill. You see, instead of chasing money, chase wisdom. Because money follows wisdom. Money follows wisdom. We are in a age where people despise wisdom. They follow fantasies. They follow charisma, but they don't follow wisdom. There's wisdom on how to deal with people. There's wisdom on how to communicate. There is wisdom on how to sell. So you need to seek the truth on those things. All right. You see, if you know how to sell, you cannot be broke. All right. I was on a call. I was on about a 1 hour call with a friend of mine today. I was telling him about, he wanted to sell something. And I was telling him on how to sell it. I was on the call and he was telling me the man, his note is full. Now the truth of the matter is the wisdom, the application that I have made with what I have had. And I was telling him the things that have happened to me in the last couple of 1 to 2 weeks, the money I've made, the deals I have done, and all of that. Guess what happened? It's called accumulation of truth. I study. Sometime in the middle of the night, I'm awake, I'm studying. I'm thinking. And then I'm applying. When you see my notes, all manner of notes that I have, I don't write what I read on my note. I write what I understand that I am learning. And then I begin to apply it. And it has helped me a lot. All right? It has helped me to have fantastic days. Beautiful days. Because wisdom will make your life to shine. Do you want to shine in life? You don't need to rub pomade to shine. You need wisdom to shine. So if you want to make your life to shine your eyes on wisdom. What is wisdom? Application of truth. So you cannot apply what you have not assimilated. You cannot assimilate what you have not accumulated. So what is the first stage to wisdom? The ladder to wisdom begins with knowledge. So you need wisdom, you need knowledge. Truth about the life you want to live. Then you need to assimilate it. It's not enough to have knowledge. With knowledge, your treasure shall be full with pleasant riches. It means that inherent in knowledge is a potential for riches. You want to learn how to sell? Read this book, man. Close or loose. Study them again and again. Read this book. Shut up and collect the money. Read them, assimilate them. This book about make people have 10 million naira a day in commission. This book. You know what? Somebody that have never sold anything of iTicket before. I've been able to sell the deals of 100 million by just mastering this book. What does that mean to you? It means one thing. What you seek is already seeking you. It's just like it's eating in wisdom. Wisdom is what you need. So, wisdom, what is wisdom? Wisdom is not intelligence. Wisdom is not wise saying. Wisdom is action. Wisdom is fruitfulness. And for you to have that, you need to have knowledge. You need to have understanding. Those two fundamentals will lead you to wisdom. So, what are you struggling with? Are you broke? You see, you are not broke because you are bad. You are not broke because you're bad. You are broke because the philosophy that governs your financial life is erroneous. So what do you need? You need to abandon error and embrace truth about your finances. And the moment you are, oh, your marriage is not working, you're always having issues. You need to abandon error and embrace truth. And you'll be amazed. All right? You will be amazed. You will be amazed. And that's some of the things that people don't do. And, there are some women, this is coming to my head and I needed to say it before I continue. There are some women that have not given birth to children. And it's not necessarily because something is wrong with them. It's just they don't know the truth about themselves. They don't even know their menstrual cycle. They don't even understand the time when they are ready to be meet with their husband. They don't understand all of this process. There is no understanding. But these things can be studied. You can know the truth about your body. You can study your body. I have some amazing ancient books on health. I've studied them. I know how my body system works. There was a book many years ago that was very interesting to me. Guess the title of the book? It's called The Wisdom of the Body. That means there is a wisdom in your body that is always giving you a signal. Your body is the car is molded, is patterned after the body system. So the body will always give you signal. But you don't know the wisdom that your body is sending to you. So as a result of that, many people have literally damaged themselves. Many people have died untimely because they do not understand the wisdom of their body. And the moment you understand the wisdom of your body, why do you have allergy? Why do you do all of those things? You see, the truth of the matter, there are some food I don't eat, and it's not because the food are bad. But when I begin to understand the signal that the wisdom of my body is sending to me, I don't take those food. If I'm hungry and that is the only food that is available at that time, I'm going to go fasting because that food is going to do me more damage than good. And so what happened is wisdom is application of truth. So if you're going to apply the truth, you need to first have the truth. You need to first assimilate the truth so that you can apply it. You see, that's what it is. That's what it is, my friend. And so, like I'm asking you today, if I want to receive something from you, I have to ask you. I'm not going to assume it. Remember today's topic is about 3 assumptions that people make that make them broke and poor. Now, so I don't want to assume that. I need you to do me 2 favors. I'm asking you to do me 2 favors to your friends, to the people in your life, your friends. I know you don't have folks, but in case you have and you need to help them, you know what is being said? It said, love your enemies. So in case there are some people that you think they're enemies that need to change their perception, list the name of 10, 20 people that you think in your contact list that need to watch this video. Help me list it. I beg your pardon. We're talking fast. Help me list it on the comment section, so that they can see. That's number 1. Number 2, I need you to help me share this video. If you are getting value from what I'm saying, let me share this video about 5 times to 10 times this morning. This is a night economy, and I'm here to share this amazing stuff with you. There are people I've not seen in this night economy before now, like my wonderful friend, Mark-Henry Patrick. Kerry Patrick is a beautiful friend of mine. It's an investor in real estate. It's a tech guy, and all of that. Teju Popola, I'm so honored to have you here today. Thank you very much. Gift Okon, thank you for joining. I'm so honored to have you joining me in this night economy. So I'm honored. Thank you very much. Once again, Emeka, thank you for being one of my heroes tonight. Damilola Ayondele, thank you for being one of my heroes tonight. Adeyeye Feolua, thank you for being one of my heroes tonight. Please join the hero list. Ola Isaac, thank you for being one of my heroes tonight. Or join the hero list by listing your friends that need to see this video in the comment, 10 to 20 friends of yours, and let them see this video. And secondly, help us share this video 5 to 10 times tonight, and that is going to be amazing. So I've just shared the wisdom, the model with you, and that's how I do. That's how I do it. So I've just told you 2 of the numerous thousands of books I've read, and I'm not reading to impress anybody. All right, I'm not reading to show you how many books I've read. You see, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom takes me out of poverty, right? Thank you, Olukoya, Dari, Raymond. Thank you. I'm so honored to be here tonight with you. Thank you very much. I'm honored to have you here today. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to connect with you too. I count it an honor. All right, so I'm not taking it for granted that you are here with me in this night economy. You see, I was born by the side of the bed by my beloved, blessed memory mother, my father, that gave birth to me beside the bed in the house. All my siblings were born at the hospital. I was not one. Maybe till date, that's why I don't like hospital. You know, the thought of it just give me this kind of strange feeling. I don't like going to hospitals. I don't even like visiting people at the hospital. Okay, so, but I have to do it out of necessity sometimes. Okay, so, but this is what happened. Oh, thank you, Collis. Thank you, an amazing Collis guy. Collis gave me an idea early this morning, a beautiful idea, and I've been using the idea already. He's one of my mentees, but I value him, okay? So, Collis, do us a favor tonight. 10 to 20 people on your list. Be one of my heroes tonight. 10 to 20 people on your list. Make them join. Put them in the comment section. And, help us to share this video about 5 to 10 times. All right? 5 to 10 times. We really appreciate that. All right, that's what we want to do today. Let's help more people. All right, there is nothing that is wrong with us that cannot be corrected by us. Let's help more people. I was born, Thank you, man. Thank you once again, Emeka. You are the real hero tonight. I was born in a place called Ijesha-Tedo in Lagos, and they call it today. When I was growing up, it was called Surulere local government, but later on it was changed to Itire-Kate local government, a subset of Surulere local government. And I was born. That's where I was raised, but that's not where I was born. I grew up there, but I was not born there. I was born in a place in Lagos called Odushelu. That's where my parents gave birth to me. It's around the Itire area of Lagos. All right, so that's where I was raised. That's where I was born. And then I grew up in Ijesha-Tedo, precisely a street called Adamolekun, in Agunlejika. Some people watching video may not know that area. It's very close to Celeb bus stop. That's where I was raised, in one-room apartment. All right, so life was quite difficult growing up, and everything around you looked like a stopping block. All right, so you were just trying to do a guess and error, as it were. Michael Schroeder-Inde, it's good to have you here this morning. I'm honored to have you join us in the night economy. Thank you very much for joining us. Tell your friends about us, and let's share this video as many people as we can. Last night we had people join us from Australia. We had people join us from Zambia. We had people joining us from different places. And sometime if you are joining us, please, I also like to know where you are joining us from, because I would like to acknowledge you. Thank you so much for that. I grew up in Ijesha. And I was growing up in one-room apartment. This one room was very small. Is it the living room I am today? It's like times 2. Where I'm doing this video from, it's like times 2. Or 2 and a little bit more of the room that I grew up. So we have a bed. We hardly have a chair. I think my father bought us a chair when he retired and he got money for pension. Madam Catherine, it's good to have you again today. You're one of the people that have been showing up since we started. You, Emeka, Ebube, you have been awesomely showing up. Isaac have shown up a couple of times. I'm so honored to have you guys. You are one of my heroes. Like what I said, if 5,000 people, if after tonight, tomorrow morning, this morning, I found out that we have had more than 5,000 people. I'm going to do a special class. I call him the income hack, how to make 1 million naira predictably every single month. All right. No matter where you are today, either you are jobless, either you have a job, either you're already working, I can show you how to make 1 million naira more. Okay. I can show you how to do that. And that is not going to be hard if you just follow what I said. All right, so I'm going to show you, and I'm going to do that for like 2 to 3 hours. It's going to be free. But this is what I'm saying. We need to get about 5,000 people to have joined us. We are almost at 5,000 already. So I think we are less than 40 people to get to 5,000. So after tonight, stroke early hour of the morning, if I check the data, we have already more than 5,000. I'm going to announce the day and the date of when we're going to do this live class. And I'm going to show you the model of how it works. I know, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. So you don't want some of your people to mix this. Some people that have always been calling you and asking you for urgent 2K, this may just be what they need to learn from. And so if you're on the social media, why not want to put them on that space, so that they can learn how to do this. You want to do this. So we have less than 4K people, 40 people rather, to get to 5,000. And the moment we can do that, we are going to be. So do us a favor this morning. Esther Solomon, it's good to have you here this morning. So one of the favor we want you to do for us, is to list the name of 10 to 20 of your friends on the comment section that needs to see this video. The same thing goes to Mother Catherine. Please help us list 10 to 20 people on your contact right now, that on your friends page. We don't have an enemy page on a friends page that need to see this video, because that this video is going to help them. And after you have done that, help us to reshare this video about 5 to 10 times. You can do that. Just click the share button and share the video again and again and again for 5 to 10 times, because we can reach more people. And as a result of that, we can touch more lives. You see, I'm the one doing the speaking, but by sharing the video as well, you are also doing the sharing. And by doing the sharing, you are doing the helping, because one person life. Remember, Emeka watched the video, and that same night Emeka watched the video. In the morning, he practiced what he listened to, and guess what happened? He said to us here that the money was flowing in. Another person was in the live class, and he took the lesson, and the next day he made a sale worth 2.5 million. He had a 2.5 million day, just in one day. And that person makes more than, in that transaction, I think he make about 250,000 or more on that transaction. Come on. Insight changes season. Insight changes season. So like the video, share the video 5 to 10 times, list your friends on the list, and let us change their lives. So I grew up in Ejesha. In one room, on a third road. When we moved to the house, it was a plank. I was a young boy, about 5 years old, when my parents moved to that house. I grew up there. I did my primary school there. I trekked to school, secondary school. I trekked. But guess what happened? When I was in secondary school, I was in SS1. I met a man, and this man started talking to me. He started talking to a few of us about how being wealthy is predictable. And this man introduced me to books. He introduced me to knowledge. Jonathan, Issa, I'm so honored to have you there. I'm so honored to have you here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Bright, thank you for joining us. And introduced me to reading books. I was a young boy. I just left secondary school. And he would give me a volume book, and I would read it. And I started falling in love with books. And when I left secondary school, I started working in a bakery. When I was in secondary school, I was working in a bakery. And then when I left secondary school, I started working in another bakery. The bakery is out of business now, in a place called Adetola. I started working in a bakery on a street called Adetola in Aguda. And I was working in the bakery with a friend of mine that we're living in the same building. Is what that told me about the job. We go there. The work we do is that we go very early in the morning, and we go there to help them to slice bread. They were doing bread, they slice the bread. So we're hired to just slice the bread, and then we slice the bread in the morning, and around 11 o'clock we will leave. All right, so we do that work literally every day, and we get paid every Saturday, the wages. And I remember, I cannot forget it, the first money that I collected working at the bakery. When I was coming back, I stopped back in a place at the Deshatedo market. At that time, there is a market there. And there was a guy that owns a bookstore at that place. And I entered the store, and I spent the money to buy books. I bought a book called Positive Living by Norma Vincent Peale. I was 18 years old. I bought a book called Power of Positive Thinking, I guess, and two other books. And I bought past questions so that I can read or write down. And when I go home, my mother asks me, "Have they not paid you?" I said, "Mom, they have paid me." He said, "What did you do with the money?" I said, "This is what I did, Mom. I bought all these books." And I cannot forget, it sounds hilarious to me now. It sounds very hilarious to me. And my mom said to me, "You have used the money to buy books. Man, that means this is a book you're going to be reading." And and that is interesting. And I just said to my mom, "Mom, okay, if you don't want to give me food, that's fine. But that's what happened. Guess what happened? I started reading. I would sit down at night. I would read these books. I would think about them. And this book began to give me hope. I began to see myself in the pages of these books. I began to see my future in them. I began to read the stories of men that has changed their life. And as I read the story, I begin to ask myself, why not me? I begin to read the stories of people that are making a lot of money. And I begin to read the story of people that their life were more terrible than mine when they were growing up. And I saw how they make phenomenon of their life. And I begin to ask myself a question that common. Because this is what happened to you. Your struggle will lead to question, and your question will lead to discovery. And then I did not allow my struggle to make me stumble. Rather, I allowed my struggle to build a curiosity inside me. And I began to look for answers. And I began to read. As a younger guy, I would go to stores. I would go to stores where they sell books. I don't have money to buy them. And I would just walk around the stores and I would pick some books. I would read 2 pages, 5 pages, and 1 chapter. And I would go and I would begin to think on what I read, and I'm trying to assimilate them. That was my journey. And from that one-room apartment, I left the one room, I started squatting with a big sister somewhere. And I would go and I would do all manner of menial things just to get a little money as a young guy. And then what we do with some of this money is to invest in ourselves. Because you cannot travel within and stand still without. And so to what I'm telling you today is that things that I'm sharing with you, if you begin to apply them, you need to understand that you don't lack money. You don't have money problem. You have wisdom problem. Yes, you don't have business problem. You have wisdom problem. Because wisdom is application of truth. And wisdom is a skill. And so for you to have wisdom, so what you're doing tonight is that you are already on the staircase of wisdom. By listening to this truth, then you apply them, you assimilate them, and then you apply them. This is what happened to you. When you do that, your life changes. And it changed my own life. Let me tell you guys, it changed my life. It changed my life. The first time I ever entered a plane, I ever boarded a plane, I was 27 years old. All right? That's my first time. So it was not strange that you have not boarded a plane, or you are even in your 30s or 40s, you have not boarded a plane. Plane is not your problem. Wisdom is your problem. Because everything that you ever seek is seeking you. But you need to be in alignment with it. All right? You are not broke because you are bad. You are broke because you have an error in your philosophy that governs your life. So what you need to correct is the error. If you correct the error, your being broke will turn to breakthrough, because you will suddenly realize that what you are seeking is not scarce. What you are seeking is seeking you, but you are not just in sync with it. Let me say that again. What you are seeking is seeking you. What you are seeking is not scarce. The only challenge is that you are not in sync with it. The moment you are in sync with what you are seeking, you will secure it. And so what am I saying to you today? Be in sync with it. Be in sync with it. If you are in sync with what you seek, you will secure it. Most people are seeking what they are not in sync with, and they are wondering why they are struggling. Money is not scarce. Choose not to be the victim of the world or the country that you live. Choose not to be the victim of the society that you find yourself. You see, be the kind of person that money loves to come to. That's what wisdom helps you to do. All right? Be obsessed with wisdom. Seek the truth and sell it not. Buy the truth and sell it not. What does that mean? Buy the truth. Yeah. Buy the truth. You know, there is a way you can buy wisdom. I hope you know that. But you don't sell it. Buy it, don't sell it. You can buy wisdom. For instance, if somebody knows how to do something, somebody knows how to drive very well. Now, when I'm buying him, when I'm hiring him to drive me, I'll be able to buy time, and then the application of that thing, it will drive me to where I'm going, and I'm paying him. But because I am not driving, I can make more money than driving, and out of the money I've made, I will be able to pay him. So you can buy the truth. Now, when you're reading a book, look at it. When you're reading this book, you are buying the truth. So when you begin to buy the truth, guess what happened? You begin to buy into the truth. Now, listen to this. You can buy the truth and not buy into the truth. And the truth that you buy, that you have not bought into, cannot buy you your future. Do you get what I just said? You can buy the truth and not buy into the truth. And the truth that you have bought, that you have not bought into, cannot buy you a future. So you can use the truth to buy yourself a future. Truth can buy you the future. But when you have bought the truth, you have to buy into the truth. How do you buy into the truth? By assimilating the truth. Now, when you act on the truth, you will buy the future. So when you are ignoring the truth, you are killing your future. When you are ignoring, you see, wisdom is looking for you. It's telling you, go to the night economy. They have invited you, go to the night economy. Wisdom is saying, learn how to sell. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to be persuasive. Listen, let me tell you, because selling is a learnable skill. Making money is a learnable skill. That means there is nobody that cannot make money. But what happened to people? That wisdom is calling them. They are ignoring it. When you despise wisdom, you will optimize calamity in your life. When you despise wisdom, you will invite trouble into your life, because it is wisdom that makes you stay out of trouble. And so what happened to people that despise wisdom? This is a generation that celebrates stupidity and hate knowledge. And the people perish for lack of knowledge. The people vanish for lack of knowledge. The people are impoverished for lack of knowledge. Knowledge liberated me. Knowledge takes me out of the dungeon of poverty. Knowledge takes me out of the dust of insignificance in life. I was not seeking significance. I was seeking wisdom. And wisdom secures significance for me. That is what I wanted to do. All right? That's what I wanted to do. I started learning. You see, when you prepare, opportunity will come. Either you prepare or not, opportunity will come. But this is what happened. If you prepare, when opportunity comes, you will become an example. If you don't prepare, when opportunity comes, you will become a warning. Which one do you want to be? Either you prepare or not, opportunity will show. But you see, when you have prepared, when opportunities show, you will shine. But when you have not prepared, when opportunities show, you will whine. In other words, the point in this is this. Either you prepare or not, opportunity is going to show. Mr. Sam Semako, thank you very much for joining me this morning. You know, it's a beautiful time, man, being with you in Jos. I can't forget that radio section I had with you in Jos. It's a beautiful one. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. I seek favor from people this morning. I need 10, 20 people that on your timeline. Help us list their name on the comment section that need to see this video, because this video can change their life. And then help us to share this video about 5 to 10 times, and so that more people can see it. But thank you very much for finding it. It's an honor to be with you in the studio at the Silverbird in Jos. Thank you for the interview. I'm so honored, sir. Thank you. Thank you once again. You're worth hearing, man. You're a good man. All right, so wisdom is key to your life. So I started learning. My mentor said to me, he said, Tade, if you want to be rich, guy, learn how to be persuasive. And I started learning how to sell. I started seeking the wisdom of sales. I started seeking the wisdom. I started learning how to be persuasive. I started learning how to communicate. I started learning. Guess what happened? People have paid me all sort of money. Today, some people will say Tade is a guru. Tade is an oracle. Tade is, he can sell. But the truth is, anybody can. Anybody. Just seek the wisdom of it. So, it is wisdom that you use to buy the future. So if you despise wisdom, you are inviting trouble. Financial trouble, marital trouble, health trouble, all manner of trouble is what people invite. See, this generation celebrates foolishness. We celebrate foolishness and we despise wisdom. And guess what happened? This is the age of wisdom. This is the age of wisdom, man. So you need to understand this. Wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is a supreme key to life. You see, wisdom will give you a superior life. And I'm not speaking religiously. I'm speaking wisdom. Wisdom will help you. There is wisdom to everything. Because there is truth to everything. Spiritual truth, scientific truth, mathematical truth. There is wisdom. But people are so lazy to seek wisdom. They are so lazy. If you don't seek wisdom, you cannot secure what wisdom offers. All right? If you don't seek it, you can't secure it. I was 21 when I started studying the major religion of the world. You see, the truth of the matter is, I wasn't studying religion to prove anything. I was just studying religion. I studied the fundamentals of religion. I studied how religion spread. I studied the belief systems of religion. And I came to a conclusion at the time that every religion has something in common. Is belief. They are promoters of beliefs. And I realized that if you want to be wealthy, you need a belief system. Because all truth verify themselves. All truth verify itself. So what you need to understand is that when you know the truth about a thing, you can use the truth to build your life. You are not broke because of where you live. Okay? You are broke because of refusing to leave what keep you broke. You are not broke because of where you live. You are broke because you are lazy to leave what keep you broke. You need to leave ignorance. You need to leave excuses. You need to leave being a victim. You are not broke because of where you are staying. You are broke because of what stays in you. So you need to understand this. You need to understand this. You need to understand this. Wisdom. Love wisdom, my friend. Love wisdom. You see, I was 22 when I started reading Confucius. I was about 22 when I read Lao Tzu, and I read all the stories of the religious leaders of the world, people that started religion. I was reading their book. I was fascinated. And I'm telling you the truth, some of these guys carry some level of truth in them. But I wasn't reading them to do anything. I was reading them for wisdom's sake. It's amazing, man. And my life began to change. When I was 22, I would hear my friends say, Tade, you're a wise guy. I wasn't telling them I'm wise. But the way I started living my life, all right. I remember I was 19 at thereabout when I read in Confucius. I was 19 when I read in Confucius, when Confucius said, he said there are two kinds of people that never change. He said there are two kinds of people that never change. I read the entire book of conduct of Confucius when I was 19. I tell you, that book was an amazing book. It's a book on conduct. It helps you to build character. It helps you to build character. The Shima, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone joining us today. I'm just sharing principles with you. And I'm going to mention the 3 assumptions that people make that keep them broke and poor. Let me tell you, I'm led to do this. And what I mean by alert is not that I heard a strange voice. No, I just feel that there are things that work for me and that have helped me to build my own economy. And I decided to start what I call the night economy. I don't know how long this would be, but I decided to do the first 12 days, and then I can make it one day at a time. It's good to have you here, my sister. Please, if this is helping you already, help us to mention 5, 10 people. Mention them in the comments, 10, 20 people in the comments that this can be of help to. So they can be, and then after then, help us to share the video, help us to share the days 5 to 10 times so that we can reach more people. And then I read it. 3 things that Confucius said that really helped me. The first thing that Confucius said that helped me, he said there are 2 kinds of people that never change in the world. 2 kinds of people. He said there are 2 kinds of people that never change in the world. He said it's either you are abysmally ignorant or you are supremely wise. Another way he said it is either you are completely ignorant or you are completely wise. Now, I am not abysmally ignorant and I am not completely wise. What does that mean to me? Change is the only constant thing in my life. I need to keep changing. The proof of learning is change. All right? The proof of learning is change. To remain the same is a problem. You need to keep changing. You need to keep learning. You need to keep getting better. That's the first thing. Another truth, the other wisdom that I pick and I begin to apply, and it changed my life. As a young fellow, I was young. 3 things that I learned. I was going to school at the time. And when Confucius said in the book, you can be, there are only 2 kinds of people that never change. Either you are completely ignorant or you are completely wise. If you are not either of them, change is constant. It means that when I learned that word, I began to assimilate it and I realized that I need to keep changing. And I learned again that the proof of learning is change. It means that the more I'm learning, the more I'm changing. I keep changing. You see, if I ask you 1 year's time and I say, how are things going? And you say things are same, I have a problem. And I'm already looking at the future of danger with you. Because if you are in change, if nothing has changed, if your insight has not changed, if your life has not changed in the last 1 year, something is wrong. It means that you are not growing. Oh, come on, man. Because learning is equals to winning. If you are learning, you are winning. You are winning. You see, all winners are not learners, but all learners are winners. All winners are not learners, but all learners are winners. If a situation happens and you learn from it, you have won. Even when it appears on the outside as if you haven't, but you have won. Oh, my goodness. That changed my life. The proof of learning is changed. The more you are learning, the more you are changing. And the more you are changing, the more you are growing. And the more you are growing, the more you are entering into opportunities. Because you see, in life, there is no scarcity of opportunities, but there are scarcities of capacity to attract opportunities. So people think they lack opportunities. Opportunities are like air that we breathe. They are never scarce. But what happened to people? You see, what we use to inhale and exhale opportunities is the capacity of the size of our lungs, and therefore the lungs is what needs to be expanded for you to receive more air into you and exhale more air. Now, what is the lungs in your life? The lungs in your life is your capacity, and the way you build your capacity is your learning. The more you are learning, the more you are growing your capacity. There is no scarcity of opportunities in this world, but there are men that lack capacity to attract opportunities. So, you need to understand that. The first thing I learned from him is that. The second thing I learned from Confucius at the time is that he said, do not be consigned. Do not be consigned when people do not know you. He said, be consigned when you do not know people. Do not be consigned when people do not know you. Be consigned when you do not know people. Oh, really? I begin to meditate on that. Assimilation. Because meditation precedes assimilation. If you can think through it, you can grow from it. So I began to meditate on that. What does that mean to me? He said there are 2 kinds. He said Do not be concerned that people do not know you. Be concerned that you do not know people. He said, people don't disappoint you. It is your error of judgment about who they are that get you disappointed. Okay? People don't disappoint us. Why it look as if they disappoint us is because we don't truly know them. All right? And we thought we knew them. It's an illusion of knowledge. All right? So Confucius said, do not be concerned that people do not know you. Be concerned that you do not know people. Another line he said, do not be sorrowful that people do not know you. Be sorrowful that you do not know people. Yeah. What is causing me sorrow is not them. What is causing me sorrow is an illusion of the knowledge of them. So I thought I knew them, but I did not truly know them. So when they reveal their true self, it now look as if they have disappointed me. But people don't disappoint us. It is our error of judgment about them that got us disappointed. Now, as a growing guy, in my 20s, just 20 years, 21 years old, I was learning these things. So it looked as if I was growing older than my age because my thinking, my perspectives, and is changing. I remember one time I read from Bible as I was 20 years old. I learned from Bible. Solomon, Paul said, I was 20 years old, and I remember I used to share it with my brother. At that young age, I would say to my brother, Paul said, do not owe any man anything except love. Okay? In other words, I said to my brother that nobody owns me anything. Nobody owns me anything. But there is something I own everybody, to love you unconditionally. All right? So, as a young person, I was not entitled. So when I was 19 and my parents could not pay my school fees, I was not entitled. I was grateful that I was born. I was not entitled. It does not make me get bittered. It does not make me feel that my parents are bad. Yet they could have a bad philosophy about their financial life. But inherently, my parents were not bad. Because if they knew better, they would have done better. So these philosophies, this knowledge that I was assimilated as a young person, make me an happy fellow in spite of not having material resources around me as a young age. It was refining my philosophy. He was molding and adjusting my philosophy. Knowledge changed my life. Truth changed my life. Truth saved me. And I'm introducing the same to you this morning. It will change you. It will change you. Don't just read a book. See, one of the things that I do is that when I want to study anything, I study it deep, all right? Because I want to build a skyscraper of success. So if I want to build a skyscraper of success, I have to go deeper in my foundation. And every building is as beautiful as its foundation. So if I want to study, I study deep. If I want to study, I study deep. You see, when I want to start studying, when I got fascinated with the body of a man called Warren Buffett, and I started studying Warren Buffett today, except that I've not seen it. There is no book written about Warren Buffett that I don't have in my study, including the one that his children wrote. I had them. I studied them. Studied deep. Oh Lord, how great are thy works, for your thoughts are deep. If you don't study deep, you can't have a deep thought. And if you don't have a deep thought, you can't have great works. So the question is, if you have great works, people will come to you. And so the point is, study deep. Don't study shallow. Don't study shallow. Okay? If you want to know what makes Tade deep, then you want to read all the books that TadeCash has written. And that's what I do. If I want to study you, I study. If I'm studying someone, I study you deep, all right? I study you deep. I go online. I study everything I can find about you. I study you deep. I watch all the videos that you have done. I buy all the books that you have written. I look at the things that people have written about you. I look at your life. I look at your framework. I look at, that is how you go deep. That's how you get assimilation. And that's when you begin to apply. Some people will see the things you are doing, and they'll be like, this guy is acting like this guy. You see, it's not necessarily that you are mimicking the guy. It's because the spirit that make that man has entered you. Because when his spirit that make him enter you, what it does, The spirit of a just man make perfect. So the spirit that make him, when he enters you, it will make you. Therefore, you begin to produce the same result in the same order. Study. Study. Study deep. Study deep. Study deep. There is a man at the time I was studying, and I still study him. His name is Dan Kennedy. Dan Kennedy. Kennedy has written almost about 25 books. I have read everything. I have studied in my study. I spend a lot of money buying the books of the man because I have to buy them on Amazon. I can't find them anywhere in Nigeria, so I order them on Amazon. I have to change the money to dollars. When one of my assistants will help me to pay for this book, and they'll be saying, "Sir, you're buying 3 books, we're paying about," sometimes the price of the book is so ridiculous. I remember one time I bought 3 books. I was paying about 150,000. Now, how do you justify that? It's more or less like, I'm asking you to buy this book for 5,000. There are times I buy 3 books because of a dollar change, a dollar rate, and all of that. I will pay 150,000. I don't feel anything. I value wisdom, and I know that wisdom has a staircase. It begins with knowledge. Daniel Kennedy is a super marketing expert. He's late now, but he has a body of work. He has helped me a life. He has changed my life. He has changed my life. I study him deep. I study him. I read everything. Then when I read him, the people that reference him, that he has taught, I bought their books and I study. And I begin to study, and I begin to study, and I begin to study. I begin to study. I begin to practice. And I begin to see that the result he was getting, I started getting. Why? Because wisdom is application of truth, but it begins that way. There is another man, his name is J. Abraham. J. Abraham is an amazing man. J. Abraham, I respect him. In my library, you will see some of the stuff at the back. And, everything ever written by J. Abraham, I have in my study. I have in my library. I bought everything. I watched the videos. I read their books. I study deep. I go deep. I go deep. I go deep. I go deep. When I wanted to learn how to think properly, I started studying a man. His name is Edward de Bono, of blessed memory. I love him so much. His name is Edward de Bono. He's from Malta. He lives for many years. Man, J. Abraham is a maverick. He's an amazing guy. I study J. Abraham. I still study J. Abraham. I have all the books ever written by J. Abraham. All the books. I think I should have almost like 30 books of J. Abraham. I study them. I read them. I meditate on them. I create concept of mine from them. I read them. I study them. That's the thing that I do. At the time in my life, I was in 22, 23. At the time, I started reading a guy called Brandley J. Sugars. It's a guy from Australia. Then he moved to America now. He's a guy that wrote a book, Business Coach. I read Brandley J. Sugars. Now, there is no book except one written by Brandley J. Sugars that I don't have and that I've not studied. I read it, I study it, I go deeper, I spend huge amount of money. Because this is what it said, buy wisdom and don't sell it. Because wisdom can be bought. The person that has learned how to apply the things that you want to magnify in your life, learn to pay to play. All right? This is the secret of men that change their lives. All right? So you have to be able to understand that you have to be obsessed in your relationship, in your health, everything that you need to grow in, but waiting to get knowledge, truth about them, the accurate truth about them, accumulate them, assimilate them, and then begin to apply them into your life. Let me tell you, insight will change your season. So if insight is going to change your season, make insight your priority. So most people, what happens is that they don't make insight their priority. So make insight your priority. Make wisdom your priority. It will change you. All right? Being broke is an option. Being broke is a season of life. So if you are broke, you can change that season. And insight changes season. So if being broke is a season, it's not a destiny. Therefore, it can be changed. What changes season is insight. What changes season is insight. Therefore, if insight changes season, make insight your priority. Oh my God. If you make insight your priority, you will create prosperity. Because there is insight for prosperity. And the moment you can make it, insight will change your season. So, what do you want to do? You want a new season. Being broke is a season. Being rich is a season. Guess what happened? But what changes season is insight. So if you are broke today, let that reveal to you that there is an insight that you lack. So don't see being broke as a national thing. Don't see being broke as if you are a victim of your society. No, because in the same society where you live, some people have had it more terrible than you, and they have not done anything shady, but they are rich now. So what happened? Because most of us, we mystify what we don't understand. And so you see someone succeeding. You think everyone succeeding a billionaire politician or millionaire politician. No, not everyone succeeding a millionaire politician. No, not everyone. Most people that are rich are not millionaire. They are not politicians. They are not connected to politicians in any shades or form. But you can use your own excuse to exclude yourself from the good things of life. So being broke is a season. Being rich is also a season. So an insight changes season. So that understanding changed my own life. So that's why I don't discount my blessings. I rather count them. Because what happened is that being broke is a season. Somebody having money and you don't have money does not make the person better than you, okay? And does not also make you more holier than the person. What happened is that both of you are in two seasons, and you can influence your season. You cannot change your season, but you can increase your insight. And when you increase your insight will change your season. So it is not human that changes season. So you can say, oh man, I want to change my season. Oh, my season, I want to change my season. No, you don't change season. You increase your insight. And the insight changes your season. So what changes season? Insight. So what you should seek is not the change of season, is to increase and get better insight. And the moment you get better insight, guess what happened to you? Your season changed itself. So you go from the season of being broke to season of being rich. And you can maintain that season forever. Because the better you get with insight, the better your season gets. Wow. You used to be sick, and suddenly you change your insight about how to stay healthy. And you change your insight about how to stay healthy, because being sick is a season, being healthy is a season. So as you change your insight about how to be healthy, guess what happened? You start being healthy. So you are now in the season of being healthy, and you can maintain that season perpetually. So what do you want? What season do you want to enter into? What should be your obsession is insight. So this is what happened to people. This is how people change their life. Season changes itself. But you have to take responsibility for going for insight. So where can you find insight? Listen to wise people. Read things that have been tested and have been proven by people that have gone ahead of you. Because in the world of greatness, your father is someone that has gone farther than you in the things that you want to make progress in. In the world of prosperity, in the world of economic progress, in the world of success, your father is someone that has gone farther than you in what you want to make progress in, and then you are willing to submit to learn from them. So when we talk about fatherly advice, it's not necessarily mean the person is older than you, because it's a person that has gone further than you in the area that you want to go further, and he can willing to give you an advice either through the page of his book, through his podcast, through his whatever, through his different interviews he has done, through his mentoring, through his coaching. That's what we'll say is giving you fatherly advice. Sometimes the person can be older. Sometimes the person is younger. But this concept and context is not necessarily about your chronological adult. It is about the functionality of the person. And that's why you said he has given me a fatherly advice. If someone is making billions of naira and you struggle to make tens of millions, and the person gives you a clue on how to enter into millions, hundreds of millions, and you follow it, you have taken a fatherly advice that will make you go further in life. And that is what many people lack today. So being poor is a season. Being broke is a season. Being rich is a season. So what you need to do is to seek the insight that can change that season. So if you want to be rich, it's a season. Wow. Yes. Being broke is a season. Being broke is a season. So if you understand that, when they say somebody is giving me a fatherly advice, it's not necessarily chronological in nature. It doesn't mean the person is older than you, but it means the person has made progress in that aspect of life than you, and he can give you a fatherly advice. The person could be your mate, he could be older than you, he could be younger than you. It could even be the age of your son, but he has succeeded in the things you are struggling with. That advice that the person is genuinely giving you is called fatherly advice. And then you can put it in context, and then you begin to see how your life will change. So what are the three things? What are the three assumptions that people make that make them poor? Now, there are three assumptions that people make that make them very poor. There are three assumptions. Number one is to think that working hard can make you rich. It's an assumption that it costs you a lot. Yeah. Number one assumption that people make that keep them poor is this. People think that working hard can make them rich. See, it's an assumption, and it's a very dangerous assumption. The three assumptions are deadly. Number one assumption is that working hard can make you rich. Now, working hard cannot make you rich. Working hard will just make you a better person. Now, it's an assumption that people have. To want to make more money, work harder. No. You don't make money by working harder. You make money by working higher. I'll say that again. You don't make more money. You don't get richer by working harder. You get richer by working higher. So an assumption that is expensive that most people make is that working hard can make you rich. You say, no, just work hard. All right. Just work hard. If I can just work hard at it. No. If you're doing the wrong thing, working hard at it will never make it better. So thinking working hard will make you rich is a terrible message. And this assumption is what many people have that is costing them, make them being broke. You know, they are making a terrible assumption. Is it bad to work hard? No, it's not. But working hard will not make you rich. It will make you a better person. It will help you to build character, but it will not make you rich. You know, it will not make you rich. It will build your character, working hard. So you want to work hard to build character, all right? You want to work hard to build character, but you want to work higher to build wealth. So what does it mean to work higher? Because there are 4 levels of work that you can do in your life. You can work in the bottomless pits. The bottomless of work is the lowest of work. Is called execution. It's the lowest level of work. You are working with your muscle. So you work with your muscle, okay? You work with your physical strength. It's the lowest level. And that is where work hard is being promoted. You see, people work hard at the lowest level. They work hard at the lowest level. And remember that by no strength shall no man be rich. So you can't be rich by strength. So when you understand that, you will realize that working harder will never make you rich. Working harder will never make you rich, but it's an assumption that people have. The next level of after that is working in management. All right? You supervise the people that work harder, the people that use muscle. So you use the management. So people are going to make more money in management than people that use their muscle. Remember that muscle reveal carnality, and carnality can never lead to prosperity. So that means people are trying to use their muscle. Their muscle is finite in nature, is limited in nature. In other words, if that is your model of getting rich, you already limited yourself before you get started. So it is an assumption that is very expensive. Thinking working hard is going to make you rich. Yeah. It's an assumption that is deadly. It's very deadly. It's very deadly. All right? It's very deadly. So what do you want to do today? You want to kill that assumption. So what do you want to do instead? You want to work higher instead of working harder. Because the wealth is not in hard work. Wealth is in higher work. So how do you build an higher work? You need to understand the 4 levels. So the lowest level is muscle. The next level is management. Okay? Now, the 3rd level, which is second to the highest level of creating wealth, is your mouth. All right? Learn how to communicate. Learn how to communicate. Learn how to use your mouth, because your mouth can make you to amount to month. Learn how to use your mouth. What are the skills of using your mouth? Learn how to sell. All right? Learn how to be a A-list communicator. Learn how to be a A-list persuader. Learn how to be, for instance, look at people in entertainment. The A-list entertainers make a lot of money. Now, they make a lot of money. The A-list entertainers. The A-list entertainers make a lot of money. The A-list publisher, the A-list speakers make a lot of money. The A-list salesman make a lot of money. Learn how to sell. You see, that's the truth, madam. Wealth is in the higher work, not in the hard work. Wealth is in the higher work, not in the hard work. You see, so if you want wealth, you have to follow the higher work, not the hard work. So the assumption that you have leave is that if I want to make my money, I need to work harder. You don't need to work harder. You need to work higher. The wealth is in the higher work, not in the hard work. So learn how to persuade. You see, you can create a lot of money by learning to be a persuader. All right, so look at it. Let me give you an example. So I wrote this book. All right, I wrote this book. So I have 4 books. So I have 8 books now. So I promote the book, and I sell 4 of this book, let's say for 25,000. And I've written the book once, and then in the space of 1 year, 10,000 of these 25,000 naira books were sold. All right. Now do this calculation with me. 10,000 copies of these four books, which is 25,000, was sold. Now, how much have I made in 1 year? I created a system for it. How much have I made in 1 year? That means 25,000 times 1,000 is going to give me 25 million. 25 million times 10 is going to give me 250 million. Now, can I make 250 million working with my muscle? No. But you see, in 1 year, for the work I have done one time, just by making sure that 10,000 people pick up this book, not by me running around, but by me building a system that can connect this thing, speaking to the crowd, speaking to an audience, and 10,000 copies of these 4 books were being sold, I will have made 250 million naira. All right. Now, guess what happened? That's a Nigerian currency. So somebody has written a song, and 1 million downloads of these songs are being done, and the person is having millions of dollars. What happened? Because they are working higher. They are using their they are using their mouths to amount to much. In other words, they are working higher. They are not working harder. They may work hard to write a book, but they are working hard once, and then they will spend time, they will do the work, they will put their stories in it, and the book can go out and change people's lives. They work hard to create a movie. They will work hard to sing the song, to write a song, to react a song, but they are not working hard to make money. They are working hard to create an asset that can make them money. It's not the same. So I work hard to write a book, but guess what happened? After I've written the book, I go to rest, and the book begins to do the rest. Come on, man. When I make the book, I go to rest, and the book begins to do the rest, so that it can make me to enter my rest, because my rest is mean residual earning stabilized thought. Residual earning stabilize the thought. Residual earning stabilize the thought. So I enter my rest because I have to do the work once. That is only when I work hard on it. And that working hard, it's just helping me to make money to work hard for me. So the higher work is communication. The higher work is communication. And then the higher work that you can do in your life is your mind. Use your mind. Let me tell you, if you want to be wealthy, learn to be paid by using your creativity. All right? Be paid for your creativity. Yeah? not your activity. Be paid for your creativity, not your activity. Be paid for your creativity, not just your activity. So in other words, I want to get paid for my creativity. I want to get paid for my creativity. I want to get paid for my creativity. So I want to, down, like this water. The highest to two level of high work is mouth. It comes with using the mouth and using the mind, not the muzzle. The muzzle is the lowest level of work and is where the hardest of work is. And that's where most people spend their life. You know, in the Western world, when most people think about making more money, they think about selling more time. They will say, you know, I work, especially in the United Kingdom, they say I work 4 hours here. If I can do 6 hours of work there, I can. But the question, they have forgotten that you only have 24 hours in a day. Time is more important than money. I want to learn how to make big amount of time in the smallest amount of time. You know what? I want to learn how to make big amount of money in the lowest and the smallest amount of time so that I can have the time to do the big thing of my life. Learn to get paid for your creativity, not just your activity. All right? Learn to get paid for results, not just your time. Okay? Learn to get paid for your result, not time. All right? Learn to get paid for result. Be a person of result, not time. All right. Be a person of result. If you are a coach, stop selling time for people. Tell them, you know, I'm going to spend 3 months with you. I'm going to spend 3 months with you, so you're going to pay me 1.5 million. No, you're wasting your time. How do you need to spend 3 months with them? If you're going to get them a result in 5 days, is it not enough? The most important thing, what result do we want to create? The moment you can show them on the result. Then if you're going to be with them for 3 months, put them on a continuity offer. Let them keep paying you like God. Bible says that God created the world, and everything that the creator produced after his kind is continuity offer. God has a continuity program in place. That means continuity sustain prosperity. It means that people keep paying you again and again for a one-time work that you have done. Create a membership program. Create a subscription program. Continuity program is what your cable TV is doing to you. Continuity program is not what Netflix is doing to you. You know, they understand, they begin to think as God so that they can make a godly money. You know, so you need to understand that. And the assumption that people make is a deadly assumption. It keeps people poor and broke. It's number one, to think working hard will make you rich. Working hard will build character, but it can never make you rich, man. So, do the higher work, not the hard work. The higher work is to get paid using your mouth, get paid for using your mind. In other words, let people pay you because your mind has an infinite returns and your mind has an infinite returns. All right, so the point is you can create things with your mind and you will be paid forever. Book comes from the mind. All right, creativity, 9 sensing come from the mind. All right, you don't have to do the work. Okay, you don't have to do the work. There is no law that says you have to do the work because you can delegate the work and you can automate the work. In other words, because that is how you create a leverage for yourself. Learn to automate the work and learn to delegate the work so that you can multiply your time. All right, so that you can get paid for doing one work for a long time. You know, do the work once and get paid for a long time. So the number one error that people commit error that causes them to broke is to think that they can get rich working hard. Get paid for your mind. Number two assumptions that people have is to think they can sell time for money and get rich. Huh? Oh my God. You can sell time for money and get rich. The second error is to think you can sell your time for money and get rich. Number one is to think working hard will make you rich. Number two is to think you can sell your time for money and get rich. You can't get rich selling your time for money. He has made a lot of people broke. All right? He has made a lot of people broke because you see, time is not money. Time is not money. Time is not money. Now, let me tell you this. Time creates money, but time is not money. Time creates money, but time is not money. Time is superior to money. Time is infinitely more valuable than money. So what do you want to do? You don't want to sell time for money. Okay? Rather, you want to create a business that sells time. Ooh, 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 ooh. But what are you talking about? I don't want to get confused. What do you mean by this? Now, this is what happened. Most people live by the assumption that think that they can get rich by selling time for money. That is the whole idea of a job, isn't it? But you see, we all start life. Let me give you the good news now. The good news is that we all start life selling time for money. It's called the sacrificial period of our life. But if you want to be rich, you have to ask yourself a different question. How can I get rich in spite of my time? All right? How can I get rich? So this is what happened. The wealthy people don't sell time for money. But the wealthy people do things with time. Number one, they use time to create wealth. They use time to create money, not selling time for money. So they use time to create assets that can make them money. So time creates money when you use time to create assets that can keep producing money for you. But it's an assumption that will make you broke and poor to think that time is money, or to think that you can sell your time to get rich. No, you can't sell your time to get rich. But all of us started selling time in life. We all started on the same level. But it's a sacrificial period. And this is what I say to people. If you have to sell some time for money, make sure that it makes you a very big amount of money. Oh my God. If you have to sell time for money, make sure that it makes you big amount of money. And that's why I tell people to learn how to sell. Learn how to sell to the crowd. Learn how to sell to the huge amount of people. Learn how to sell things that has margin. You know what? Because if you have to sell your time, if you are consulting, charge big amount of money. If somebody, I say, look at it. I say to people, if you want to consult, learn to consulting group. Sell your consulting program. You see, instead of sitting down with one person for hours and the person has paid you 1.5 million or 2 million and you are excited, you say, well, I have a coaching client. You are selling time for money, but that is not enough. What about if you put 100 people, promote the program in 3 months? You promote the program in 3 months, and then you put 100 people in your coaching class, and each of these 100 people pay you 500,000. Look at it, 500,000, and you're going to be coaching them once a week, and this 500,000 is giving you how much? 50 million. Come on, man. For 3 months, once a week, you are going to be coaching people how to ride. You know, like Mr. Semako, you're going to be coaching people how to ride. So they're going to give you 250,000, for instance, and you're going to coach them once a week, and you have 100 people that you're going to be coaching on Zoom, remember, once a week for 3 months. So you have made 25 million for working once a week. Come on. Now, when you have done this program, you will have it fully recorded, and then you can sell it again. Now, you can now sell it, this same program, for 50,000, and then you can target another 10,000 people in the space of 1 to 2 years that have bought the program. So if you target 1,000 people that have bought the program for 50,000, that is another 50 million. If you target 10,000 people that have bought the program, that is 500 million, freaking million. Now look at what I've just done. I don't sell time for money. I leverage my time to create wealth. How many times will I be paid for a one-time work? I believe in multiplying my time. I don't believe in selling my time. It's also, what I do is that I use money to buy time. I use money to buy time. I use my time to create things that can make me money. So, thinking that I can sell time to get rich? No. If I want to sell time to get rich, I want to make sure that it make me a big amount of money. So instead of me sitting down to be coaching one person for 3 months, and I think I have a client, I'm selling my time for that bunch of small amount of money? No. If I have to sell my time, it has to be a big amount of money. You know, and that's why asking me to coach you one-on-one, it's very expensive. You know what? Because I know you're taking a bunch of my time. I'm going to collect a lot of money from you because money is less valuable to me than time. So I guard my time because whoever wastes time cannot have a lot of money. Okay, one of the challenges of a continent, of Africa is that we never know what time is, right? Time is what we want the most, but what we waste the worst, okay? Time is what we want the most, but what we use the worst. We use it the worst. According to the word of William Penn, the time is what we want the most, but we use the worst. In other words, the poet says, time is what we want the most, but we use it the worst. It means that we don't know how to use time. Time is not money. Time creates money, but time is life. When you stop having time, you are dead. And a lot of people are in a financial coma today because they have a wrong use of time. So, that is a second assumption that people have. So stop wasting your time. If you waste your time, you can never have a lot of money. Stop wasting your time. It's the third assumption that people have. The third assumption that people have is to assume poverty for people that can pay them. All right? The third assumption that people have that keep them broke is to assume poverty for people that can pay them. All right? This assumption makes you broke. Assuming poverty for people that will pay you is going to make you broke. Remember, what does that mean to assume poverty? There are people that don't sell a product, and the one that sell a product, they are assuming that people don't have money to pay them. Did you know there are some people that cannot charge for consulting, for coaching properly, because they think that people don't have money to pay them? What you assume becomes your own fact. So if you assume that people don't have money to pay you, that becomes your fact, not their own fact. And many business people, many individuals are broke today because they are assuming poverty for people that can pay them. Let me tell you, humans often have what we call artificial hardship. Because you see someone that does not fully dress the way you want them to dress, does not necessarily mean that the person is broke. He may be engaging in artificial hardship. But this is it. It is not your responsibility to assume poverty for anyone, because by assuming poverty for people, that becomes the fact in your own life. So the third assumption that people have is to assume that people that assume poverty for people. Stop assuming poverty for people. Stop assuming that people around you are poor. Stop assuming poverty. A lot of people can't raise their price. Not because there are not people that can pay them. Not because they don't want that amount, but in their brain they have assumed poverty that nobody. Have you not heard people who say there is no money in this country? And they're assuming poverty. If there's no money in this country, then nobody should be sleeping. Nobody should be lodging in some big hotels in Nigeria, buying cars, buying houses. As at the close of work today, many houses have been sold. What happened? People keep buying things because you know what? It is not their fault. My pastor said to me many years ago, he said, don't say there is no money. Say the money is not in your hand. Okay? And man, I love that word. I think I was like 24 when he said that to me. The pastor said, don't say there is no money. Say the money is not in your hand. Now, what does that mean? He's saying that I should not assume poverty for anybody, not including myself. Because I say to you that nothing is expensive. It's just that you cannot afford it yet. Nothing is expensive, my friend, but you can't afford it yet. You can't afford it yet. So look at these three assumptions today. How is it keeping you broke? How is it making you poor? Number one, thinking that working hard will make you rich. Working hard does never make anyone rich, my friend. Working hard is good, but it may not be good for what you think it is. So number one, working hard, assuming that working hard will make you rich is an assumption that is keeping a lot of people poor and broke. Number two, assuming that selling your time for money will make you rich. No. Talent can get you paid, but assets will get you wealthy. Talent can get you paid, but asset will get you wealthy. So when you make money with your talent, you have to use it to buy assets that will begin to make it, that produce income producing asset that makes you money. Talent can get you paid, but asset will make you wealthy. In other words, you can't sell time for money. Learn to convert your skill to an asset, because millions need skill set. So you need to convert your skill to an asset that people can keep paying you for in spite of your time. Because if you have to make money if you have to only make money when you are there, if you don't have to be there, you stop making money. So it's deadly. You know, the days that you are down, you are sick, you can't make money. So what happened to you? You're broke. So how many times are you going to be paid for one-time work? So if you only want to be selling your time and your time does not have a residual value, you are going to be broke. And so that assumption is deadly. So the third assumption is to assume poverty for people. Never assume poverty for the people that can pay you. Never assume poverty. Let everyone assume poverty for themselves, but you are not the one that will assume it for them. Always assume that everybody that comes around you has the potential to buy from you, unless proven otherwise. All right? So what do you want to do? You want to make sure that you turn the table around these assumptions, because these assumptions are costly and they're costing a lot of people a lot of money today. Assumption number one, working hard. Assuming that working hard will make you rich. Assumption number two, assuming that selling your time for money will make you rich. Assumption number three, assuming poverty for people that will pay you money. Which of these assumptions is killing you financially? Remember, you need to understand, how many times are you going to be paid for a one-time work? How many times? Is it the success that you have gotten today? How can you multiply the success? How can you learn to teach other people the success you have generated in a bottle way like Coca-Cola? And so that even when you are not there, the success of yours that you have documented, you can still be paid for it again and again. The moment you can figure out how to do that, guess what happened? You are fine. And so these are the assumptions that you have to check your life around. Sometimes these assumptions are very subtle. They flow in our life in a very subtle way. You don't even know that they reside in your life. You have made an habit of them. You have been programmed towards them. So you are living them as if they don't matter. But they matter a lot. Guys, this is the way it works, right? And so I've shared with you, this is a part of truth that you now need to begin to accumulate in your life and begin to assimilate in your life, and then find a way to apply into your life. The moment you can apply them to your life, that becomes the wisdom, and that wisdom you begin to see it. The work you are doing today, how many times will you be paid for a one-time work? How many times? If you work on radio, for instance, and you are interviewing people, how can you make sure that the interviews that you are doing on people are being recorded, and then they go live there on YouTube so that more people can view it? And before you knew it, you can monetize your YouTube page and you can start getting paid from doing this thing. What you have done once can get you paid again and again and again. How many times will you be paid for a one-time work? How can you work higher rather than working harder? Because wealth is in working higher, not in working harder. And so how can you begin to let go of these assumptions that have limited your life for so many years? And this is what I bring to you today in the Night Economy. Hey guys, do not forget to share. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to share. Share the video 5 times, 10 times. Let more people see it, because this can just be the liberating tool for someone today. And I'm so honored to have you. I'm so honored to have you. In case you are here, you have not bought my books, I have an offer for you. I'm putting out these 4 books, this Close or Lose, Shut Up and Collect the Money, Stay Hungry, Go Starving, and the 4th book, The Money Code. These 4 books, are supposed to be 28,000. These 4 books are supposed to be 28,000, and today, I'm giving to you for 20,000. And wherever you are in Nigeria, these 4 books are going to be delivered to you for free. But that's not all. For buying these 4 books, I'm going to give you another book called Follow Up or Fold Up. It's a book that will teach you how to be more persuasive so that you can work on the second level of working higher. Just like my guy Bethel is asking. I believe Bethel show up late for the show today. So as a result of that, you need to watch this show again so that you can get it. I explain how to work higher. It's how to work higher. Because there are 4 levels of work that people do. The lowest level is you use your muscle. The next is that you get paid through management. The third one is that you get paid using your mouth. It's like communication. And the highest one is that you get paid with your mind. It uses your imagination. So the point is, if you want to get paid, the highest level of getting paid is 2. Mind, mouth, and mind. So one of the tools of mind is that you are very inventive. All right? You think. You know how to think. Now, and in your imagination, 2 things are going to happen. 2 things are going to happen. You are going to work, money is going to work for you, all right? Money is going to start working for you. People work for you and money work for you in your imagination level. In other words, that means at that time, you have figured out how to get people to work for you and money to work for you, all right? So you get paid for money working for you and people working for you at your imagination level. In your communication level, you get paid using your mouth, okay? Through building systems that can get you persuasive and all of that, So these 4 books is going to help you a lot. You're going to learn how to take charge of your personal economy. And last but not the least, because you're picking up these 4 books, guess what? I'm having a program in December called How to Win the Big Money Game in the year 2024. And guess what happened? That program is 100,000 naira. Because you're picking up these 4 books, I'm giving you a free ticket to that program. All right, so what you need to do today is to go to the comment section and say, I want. Wherever you are, my team are going to get immediately to you. They're going to send you the account details. You pay the money. It's going for 20,000. And these 4 books, you pick it up, you can be delivered to you anywhere in Nigeria. The cost is on us. And this is costing a lot to be able to do this for people, but I just want your life to change. Stay hungry, go starving. It's going to show you how to build the mustard habit that will make you massively successful in spite of the economy of the nation that you live in. Now, caveat. The shipping cost is only for people in Nigeria. If you live outside of Nigeria, buying this book, you can go on Amazon and pick my book. Or if you live in Ghana and all our West African countries, we can send the book to you, but it still have the delivery cost. Okay? So this is the 4 book that I want you to pick today. If you're on this show tonight, this morning, you can comment and say, I want it. The 4 is 28,000. But you're going to get it for 20,000. And then we're going to give you another book that is worth 7,000. That means everything is 35, but you're getting it for 20,000. And not alone. Haven't done that. I'm going to give you access to the program in December called How to Win the Big Money Game in 2024. And that program is 100,000. And I'm giving you a free ticket because you have gotten this. So this is going to help you a lot. So I need you to make that decision for yourself. Don't sit on it. Remember, there is no easy time to make a hard decision. If this video has helped you, if my section today has helped you, help somebody with it. Share it 5 to 10 times. Just share it. Keep sharing it. So that someone on your timeline can see this. And if you think there are friends of yours that need to see this video, put their name on the comment. 5, 10, 20 names. List it on the comment. They are going to see this by mentioning them on the comment. They are going to get a clue to this video and they will be able to watch it. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'm not taking it for granted. Because remember, it is insight that changes our life. And if you want to change your life, you have to change your life. And the way that you change your life is by changing your insight. And the moment you change your insight, you will change your life. And remember that being broke is a season. Being rich is a season. Guess what happened? You can choose your season by choosing your insight. And so what you need to do is that you go for insight. And that's what we have done today. Every night, I come here in the night economy and I show you some insight that I found that is working for me so that you can also inculcate it into your life. Thank you very much. I'm not taking this for granted. Everyone, my heroes for today, starting from, my wonderful people, is a colleagues. Thank you for sharing that year with me earlier today. My guy, thank you very much for people that have joined. Mr. Sam Semako, thank you very much. Dochima, thank you for sharing with your friends. I really appreciate you guys are my hero today. Ola Isaac, thank you very much for sharing with your friend. Esther Solomon, thank you for sharing with your friends today. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Emeka, thank you for sharing with your friends. Thank you, Madam Catherine. I really appreciate you. You're one of my heroes tonight. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Olukoya, thank you for sharing with your friends. Thank you. Jonathan Issa, thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Oh my God. Olukoya, thank you once again. I really appreciate. McHenry, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Adeyeye Feoluwa, thank you for joining. Thank you for telling your friends about it. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate. Damilola Anyodele, I appreciate you, Deli. I really appreciate you for sharing these with your friends. I really appreciate. You guys are my hero tonight. I'm honored to have you all here today. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you again. Until I see you, stay blessed, stay rich, stay free. This is a lovely one. Peace, love, and cash flow. Thank you. God bless you. I love you all. Thank you. Bye.